So all 8 of us, from Denise all the way through Becky Ann, went to first grade at Buck Branch School in Pearl River County, Mississippi.
Isn't Aunt Denise to Aunt Becky 6 kids?
8 from Donna Gay.
That's not what you said. Okay.
Right. So anyways, we all went to first grade at Buck Branch School, and all of us had the same teacher, Irene Boughtman. Ms. Boughtman, I found out later, dated my Uncle Boughtman when they were teenagers, young, maybe in their 20s, I'm not sure. But she never married because she felt it was her duty to stay and care for her parents. Her parents were getting old, and I think she lived well into her 90s herself. And she used to ride the school bus with us, and she would sit in the front seat on the school bus, and she would read her Bible. And she read her Bible every year from the first page to the last page. And I saw her Bible later on, and she started writing down the dates that she started and the dates that she finished. And she actually read it more than once a year. It would take her less than a year to read it. And as soon as she got to the last page, she started on the first page again. That's what she did her whole life. She read that Bible every day. So she'd read it for an hour going on the bus to school and an hour coming back, and then I guess some in the evening when she got home. She cared for her parents. She had all the pictures of every kid that went to that school for the first grade. She had all the school pictures of all of them, and then when she got to be like in her 80s, she took all those pictures down to Bethel Baptist Church and let anybody that wanted pictures have them. She let them all go. I wish that they would all stay together, but I didn't have any choice. I wasn't there. I didn't know about it. She was actually the first woman in Pearl River County to get a college education. And she told me that she never made more than $3,000 a year in her entire life. And by the time, a few years after she retired, they were getting like $9,000–10,000 a year. She thought that was a small fortune, So it was, and that was still that was like in the 80s, I guess, when she finally retired. So, because I left there 1965, she was still teaching then. So, she taught for a long, long time. And a fantastic woman. Never heard her say anything bad about anybody for anything. She was just dead fast. Never changed anything in her life. It just stayed the same forever. She lived right down the road from us.
And she started teaching when Mama was in 2nd grade?
I don't know if Mama was in the 2nd grade, but I know that she missed by a couple of years. It might have been 1 year, might have been 2 years that my mother missed her as a first grade teacher. Because Buck Branch was actually first grade through 12th grade when my mother went there. But my mother only went through the 8th grade and got married at 16 years old. So that was, Buck Branch was a big part of that community. And then they sold the school grounds, and the man started tearing the building down, and the community throwed a fit and made him put it on the registry, and so he fenced it off so nobody can get in there, and he's never touched the building since. So it's slowly rotting away, and he's not going to let it be repaired. It's a beautiful old building, but he doesn't care. It's his land. He can do what he wants to. He doesn't have to repair it. Nobody can take it away from him because it belongs to him. So there it is. And, it was a pretty good community back then, that whole area around there. And by the time I went, so what was I? First, second, third, probably. Then we moved to Beaumont for a couple of years, and when I came back, I was in the 5th, 6th, 7th grade at Buck Branch. The year that I was in the 7th grade was the last year that they had the 7th grade. The previous year they had the 8th grade, Then I went into the 7th. That was the top of the school at that time. And the next year it was only the 1st through the 6th grades. And they just slowly wiped out the whole school. And we all got bussed out to Poplarville. And that's like 21 miles away, you know. So I went to 8th grade at Boughtman. It was a brand new school then, you know. Still a pretty lively place around there. I think still dirt poor country though. I mean, there's no industry there, and it's very, very poor. And my entire family managed to get away from the place. And a year after I left home, Mother and Daddy moved out. They moved to Texas City. And the only one that stayed in that area was my sister Denise, who moved to Franklinton, Louisiana. And she was it's like 40 miles away from where we grew up. And she lived right there till she died. And so everything changes. When she got married and moved off to Franklinton, it was a little bitty town that nobody went to. And now it's a big, lively town, and the other towns that were bigger are much smaller now. So everything changes over time, you know.